There's a reason why no matter how much you try to just live your life, you always get pulled back. Pulled toward responsibility. Pulled toward leadership. Pulled toward building something that lasts. And deep down, you know it. You were never meant to drift like others. You weren't born to chase every whim or surrender to chaos. You were born under a contract, sealed by ancient law. And these laws, 6 of them, have been shaping your every move since the day you arrived on this earth. They are the reason you often feel older than your age. They are the reason you carry burdens others cannot see. They are the reason people silently expect you to hold it all together, while no one checks if you're okay. But here's the part no one told you. These ancient laws are not curses. They are confirmations. Confirmations that you were chosen for something greater. Not by chance. Not by privilege. But by soul selection made long before your current name was ever whispered. These laws are not external. They're etched into your bones. Carved into your instincts. They are the reason why even when life breaks you, you rebuild. Why even when you're tired, you still climb. Why when others quit, you keep going. Because something sacred is guiding you, something older than empires, deeper than bloodlines. And that something has a name. Capricorn. Yes, the world sees you as the hard worker, the stoic one, the builder. But the ancients saw something far more mysterious. They saw a guardian of sacred time. A steward of karmic law. A climber of mountains not just for success, but for divine purpose. And they left behind 6 ancient laws, laws only a Capricorn soul could endure. But here's the truth. These laws are not waiting for you to discover them. They are already active. You've felt them in your struggles, your delays, your inner fire that never goes out. The question is not, are these laws real? The question is, are you finally ready to understand them and claim what has always been yours? Because wealth is not something you chase. It's something that finds you once you activate the codes written in your destiny. So now, let us unlock them. One by one. And by the end of this journey, you will no longer wonder why life has been so heavy. You will remember, it's because you were chosen to carry something eternal. And now, the laws are calling you back. Ancient law number 1, the law of dual mastery. You were not born to choose between the material and the spiritual. You were born to master both. At first glance, the symbol of Capricorn seems contradictory. A goat with the tail of a fish. To many, it looks odd, unreal, even laughable. But to ancient civilizations, it was a code. A cosmic cipher. A sacred image meant to be understood only by those who live it. Because within this hybrid creature lies the first ancient law pulling Capricorn toward destiny. You are not meant to live a single life. You are meant to master multiple worlds. The goat climbs, driven, focused, tireless. This is Capricorn's outer mission. Success. Strategy. Legacy. But the fish swims, silently, deeply, through emotional waters most fear to enter. This is Capricorn's inner mission. Wisdom. Healing. Spiritual law. You are not one or the other. You are both. And the more you try to suppress one, the more the other begins to drown. This duality lives in every Capricorn, the desire to build something real, and the hunger to understand what's beneath it all. You want structure, but you also crave silence. You want control, but you also long to surrender. You want achievement, but not at the cost of your soul. That conflict is not a flaw. It is a calling. The ancients saw this symbol, the sea goat, as a sacred archetype of balance through mastery. Because to rule the material world without spiritual depth is to build an empire on sand. And to drown in spiritual exploration without grounding is to float with no direction. Capricorn is destined to bridge the two. To climb mountains and listen to the ocean. To run companies and meditate in silence. To discipline the mind and honor the unseen forces shaping reality. In Mesopotamia, this balance was embodied in Enki, the god of water and creation. He ruled both structure and flow, form and formlessness. The original sea goat. The original Capricorn. Modern Capricorns are his descendants, engineers with a mystic's heart. But here's the deeper truth. Most Capricorns deny one side. Some get lost in work, status, control, building towers with no meaning. Others bury their ambition, afraid of appearing cold or power-hungry, and remain stuck in spiritual searching. Neither extreme leads to fulfillment. Because the law is clear, only by integrating both can your true power activate. And now, the life lesson. Life lesson from law number 1. If you feel torn between doing and being, between pushing and pausing, between building and feeling, that's not confusion. That's confirmation. Confirmation that you are meant to live a life most others cannot handle. You are meant to work in the world while serving the soul. You are meant to lead, but not from ego, from essence. In your climb, don't forget your depth. And in your depth, don't abandon your drive. Because when the goat learns from the fish, and when the fish trusts the goat to act, you become something the world has almost never seen. A leader with wisdom, a builder with compassion, a force that uplifts and outlasts. So if you've been asking why you feel so divided inside, it's time to stop choosing sides. Your greatness lives in the union. And that is the first ancient law. You were never here to pick a path. You were here to merge them. Are you ready to stop denying one side of yourself and start becoming whole? Then come, let us walk into the next law together. The law of Saturnian exchange, where we uncover why Capricorn must carry more in order to hold more. Ancient law number 2, the law of Saturnian exchange. You will not receive until you have first endured. And what you endure will shape what you are allowed to hold. No planet in astrology is as feared and as respected as Saturn. While others speak of joy, luck, love, or change, Saturn speaks one thing only: time. To the ancients, Saturn was the gatekeeper, the slowest moving planet, the heaviest, the most unforgiving, but also the most sacred. Because Saturn doesn't grant quickly, it doesn't offer anything for free. It works through exchange. And that's where Capricorn's journey begins. Capricorn is Saturn's chosen sign, and those born under it carry a very specific spiritual agreement. You will be delayed. You will be tested. You will be forged in silence. But if you endure, you will rise with permanence. This is the law of Saturnian exchange. You don't simply get what you want. You must become someone who can hold it. The ancient astrologers didn't describe Capricorn as lucky or blessed in youth. They spoke of Capricorn as burdened, slow to bloom, often born into responsibility or hardship. Where other signs seem to glide through their 20s, Capricorns often feel like they're trapped in a life that doesn't quite begin. But what others call delay, Saturn calls preparation. Because Saturn is not interested in speed. It is interested in substance. And so it builds Capricorn through trials. The weight of family expectations. The pressure to succeed early. The experience of being the adult even as a child. The long, lonely stretches of effort that seem invisible to everyone else. At times, it can feel cruel. Like life gave everyone else a head start while Capricorn was still learning how to stand. But hidden inside that struggle is the gift. Because what Saturn withholds in the beginning, it repays tenfold at the end. Capricorn's success doesn't come in a flash. It comes like architecture, planned, measured, tested, and built to last. Others rise quickly and fall just as fast. Capricorns rise slowly, but their rise is unshakable. Because Saturn gives nothing that hasn't been earned. And once it's earned, it cannot be taken. This is why the ancients said Capricorn often comes into their true power later in life. Not because they were denied it, but because they were being shaped to deserve it. Capricorn's timeline is not about immediate recognition. It's about eventual mastery. In ancient mystery schools, Saturn was the final initiator. Before a soul could step into true authority, it had to pass through Saturn's gates. Tests of silence. Tests of patience. Tests of endurance. If the soul passed, it was trusted. Not just with wealth, but with wisdom. With the power to build something that would stand for generations. This is what Saturn teaches through Capricorn. You will not hold anything real until you are real enough to hold it. And this is why Capricorns often struggle to keep up in their youth. Because they were never meant to be sprinters. They were born for the marathon. And Saturn is the long road, the sacred delay, the hard-earned arrival. But when it delivers, it never takes it back. And now, the life lesson. Life lesson from law number 2. If you are Capricorn, or if Saturn has marked your life, you may feel like your dreams are taking longer than everyone else's. You may feel like you're always the one working harder, getting less, proving more. And you may wonder if something is wrong with you. But the truth is this. Your life is not slow because you're failing. Your life is slow because it's sacred. You are not here to touch success. You are here to hold it. And what you hold must match the weight of who you've become. So let others rush. Let others shine quickly. You are being shaped by time itself. And when your time comes, it will not be a moment. It will be a reign. Because what Saturn gives to Capricorn, it gives with authority. But only once the exchange has been made. You give discipline. You receive trust. You give endurance. You receive influence. You give years of silence. You receive legacies that speak for generations. So when life feels heavy, ask yourself, am I being punished? Or am I being prepared? Because Saturn doesn't forget. And neither does your soul. This is the second ancient law, and it's already working in your life. The only question is, will you stay the course long enough to receive what was always meant for you? Your answer will shape everything. Now, let us walk into the third law, the law of sacred order, where we explore why Capricorn's wealth is not just financial, but cosmic. Are you ready? Ancient law number 3, the law of sacred order. True wealth does not come from chaos. It flows through those who protect the divine structure of life. Among the ancient temples, beneath the stars carved into stone, there was one truth that echoed through every sacred hall: without order, nothing endures. The ancients knew that power given to the undisciplined becomes destruction. Wealth placed in the hands of the selfish becomes a curse. But in the hands of one who upholds sacred order, it becomes legacy. And this is where Capricorn's role becomes clear. Because Capricorn is not just a sign of success or ambition. It is the archetype of structure, the embodiment of universal law in human form. To the Babylonians, Capricorn was linked to Enki, the lawbringer. To the Egyptians, it resonated with Ma'at, the goddess of balance, justice, truth, the force that held the cosmos together. To the Greeks, it echoed in Zeus's divine rulership, sustained by trust, not terror. Across all ancient systems, one pattern remained. Capricorn energy was entrusted with governance, stewardship, justice. Not because it was loud, but because it was stable. Capricorn doesn't rule through chaos. It rules through clarity. This is why so many Capricorns are drawn to law, politics, systems, leadership roles, and organizational power. They feel responsible not just for achieving, but for holding things together. And that isn't random. That's the law moving through them. The law of sacred order says this: wealth and power will naturally flow to those who protect order. Not for themselves, but for the greater good. Because where there is chaos, abundance flees. But where there is structure, flow begins. This law works silently. It rewards consistency. It blesses long-term vision. It honors integrity. And Capricorn embodies all of that. This is why others come to you in crisis. Why people follow your guidance even when you never ask to lead. Why you feel responsible for things you didn't cause, but still must fix. Because you're not here just to climb. You're here to restore order where others bring ruin. Capricorns are often born into families or environments where something was broken. The finances, the rules, the emotional structure, the leadership. And somehow, the unspoken expectation was, you will fix this. Not because you're loud, but because you're grounded. Not because you seek control, but because the law seeks expression through you. And here's what the ancients knew. The soul that protects sacred order will never be left empty-handed. Because wealth, true wealth, flows through alignment. And Capricorn, at their core, is alignment in motion. Now let's be clear. This doesn't mean Capricorn always has it easy. In fact, the opposite is true. Many Capricorns struggle with authority figures. with injustice, with systems that abuse power. Why? Because their soul was not born to submit blindly. It was born to rebuild what's broken. And that's not a small task. Which is why Capricorn's journey is slow, measured. It takes time to become the kind of person who can hold sacred power without misusing it. But once they arrive, once they step into alignment with the law within them, Capricorn doesn't just become successful. They become essential. And this is why the ancients saw them as the builders of empires, the architects of dynasties, the founders of systems that could last for centuries. Because where Capricorn walks in integrity, prosperity follows. And now, the life lesson. Life lesson from law number 3. If your life feels heavy with responsibility, if you're the one others rely on, even when you didn't volunteer, if you constantly feel like you're the one keeping everything from falling apart, that's not a mistake. That's a reflection of who you are. You are a stabilizer in a collapsing world, a restorer of law in places of lawlessness, a protector of order in a time that worships chaos. And the reward for that? The universe trusts you with more, because you won't waste it. You won't twist it. You won't collapse under it. Wealth, when aligned with integrity, becomes legacy. So if you're wondering why your path feels harder, why you seem to be tested more, why others get away with shortcuts while you pay for every mistake, remember this. You are not just living for yourself. You are carrying a blueprint, a code of sacred structure. And when you live by that code, what you build will not fall. This is the third ancient law, the law of sacred order. You do not chase wealth. You create the environment where wealth is safe to grow. And that's what makes you unstoppable. Next, we walk into the fourth law, the law of the climb. Because power without the climb is dangerous. And Capricorn, you were born to rise. Shall we continue? Ancient law number 4, the law of the climb. Not every soul is built to rise. But the ones who are, always rise slowly. There is a symbol that follows Capricorn everywhere. You've seen it in every zodiac image. A goat, climbing a mountain, step by step, alone, unshaken, relentless. It's so common, we almost forget what it truly means. But the ancients didn't forget. To them, the climb was sacred. In their cosmology, mountains were not just pieces of earth, they were holy places. The dwelling of gods. The passage between earth and sky. The place where humans ascended to receive divine wisdom. So when the Capricorn soul was linked to the mountain goat, it was not a casual metaphor. It was a declaration. This soul will rise. Not for glory, but for mastery. And that rise will not be easy. The law of the climb is one of the hardest truths a Capricorn must live. Because this law says, you were not chosen for speed. You were chosen for altitude. Where others leap forward quickly, Capricorn moves methodically. Where others explode in youth, Capricorn often feels blocked, slowed, delayed. But there is a reason. The mountain tests you. It exposes your weaknesses. It isolates you. It demands everything, your lungs, your focus, your endurance. And if you stop climbing, no one carries you. Because no one else was called to your summit. Capricorn's climb is personal, unseen, and often misunderstood. But it is necessary. Because without the climb, the throne means nothing. The ancients knew this. That's why in the rites of passage from Egypt to Greece, initiates were taken to caves, mountaintops, and sacred hills far from the world to be tested. They weren't just given wisdom. They had to climb toward it. Endure silence. Endure isolation. Endure themselves. And when they came down, they were never the same. This is the journey of Capricorn. To go where few are willing to go upward. While others flatten themselves for ease and approval, Capricorn climbs. And climbs. And climbs. But here's the truth that most people don't see. Capricorn's climb isn't only external. It's internal. They climb past old patterns. They climb above trauma. They climb out of generational wounds. They climb beyond mediocrity. Every painful chapter becomes another step. And the higher they go, the more they see. Because at the top, perspective widens. The noise falls away. The distractions vanish. And what's left is vision. That's why Capricorn becomes the planner, the strategist, the leader. Not because they demanded it, but because they earned it. The mountain made them see what no one else could. But here's the danger. Because the climb is long, Capricorn may start to believe it will never end. They may forget that progress is being made. They may feel like they're stuck in place, when in truth, they are halfway to a peak no one else can even see. And this is where trust is required. Because the climb has no shortcuts. And every time you look for one, the mountain reminds you. The only way up is through. And when you reach the summit, not just of career, but of character, you don't just gain success. You gain authority. Not the kind that's loud, but the kind that others feel. The kind that leads without needing to be seen. And now, the life lesson. Life lesson from law number 4. If you're Capricorn or carry this energy, your life probably hasn't been easy. You've felt behind. You've worked twice as hard. You've watched others succeed faster with half the effort. And you've wondered, is something wrong with me? But the truth is this. You're not behind. You're above ground. Building real footing. Your path is harder because your foundation is deeper. You're not just chasing wins. You're building something that lasts. And the climb, no matter how slow, is making you stronger than you realize. So when the climb feels endless, when the weight feels unbearable, when the top seems invisible, remember, the climb is not a punishment. It's a purification. It's shaping you into someone who will not fall. Because what's built slowly is built to endure. And when you arrive, you won't just be at the top. You'll be unshakable. That's what the climb is for. And that's why the universe trusts you with power. This is the 4th ancient law. Capricorn doesn't rise because they're lucky. They rise because they climbed. And now, we continue to the next law, the law of divine architecture. Because once you've climbed, you're not meant to sit on top of the world. You're meant to build something that reshapes it. Are you ready? Ancient law number 5, the law of divine architecture. You were not born to occupy space. You were born to shape it. By now, we've seen how Capricorn climbs. But the ancients believed climbing was never the end. Because reaching the summit isn't the goal. Building something that lasts there is. This is the 5th law, the law of divine architecture. It says that Capricorn is not just the one who rises. Capricorn is the one who designs the structures that others depend on. Not just buildings, but systems. Not just wealth, but legacy. Not just success, but civilization. This law was carved into the temples of Egypt, the ziggurats of Mesopotamia, and the sacred cities of the ancient world. In each of these places, great structures rose from the earth: pyramids, columns, stone rings, cathedrals. And behind them were not only kings or warriors. Behind them were the builders, the architects, the ones who saw the future and designed it. This is Capricorn. Where Aries starts a war, Capricorn designs a kingdom. Where Gemini spreads ideas, Capricorn records the law. Where Leo draws attention, Capricorn builds the throne itself. Capricorn energy is deeply tied to form, to rules, to structure, but not for control, for continuity. In Babylonian astrology, Capricorn's connection to Enki was not just about wisdom, it was about infrastructure. Enki was the god who taught humans how to build cities, dig canals, shape society. He was the divine engineer. Capricorn carries this same imprint. They are not only climbing the mountain, they are designing the roads others will walk. And this is why Capricorn so often feels like they're working on things that others don't understand. They are planning what won't be seen for years. They are solving problems no one else notices. They are building systems, businesses, families, legacies that others will one day depend on, even if they never say thank you. It's not always glamorous. While others chase quick wins, Capricorn is drawing blueprints. While others seek fame, Capricorn is calculating foundations. While others burn out, Capricorn's work remains. Because they weren't here to perform. They were here to construct. This is why many Capricorns rise to positions of responsibility: managers, strategists, CEOs, planners, judges, engineers, not because they want the spotlight, but because they make systems work. This is divine architecture in motion. But here's the danger. When Capricorn becomes too focused on control, the builder becomes the jailer. What was meant to protect begins to restrict. What was built to serve begins to dominate. The same energy that builds empires can also build walls around the heart. This is the shadow of divine architecture. Rigidity, perfectionism, fear of collapse. But the wise Capricorn remembers, structure is only sacred when it serves life. You're not building monuments to be admired. You're building foundations that others can stand on, grow from, and inherit. You are not just here to make things last. You are here to make things matter. And now, the life lesson. Life lesson from law number 5. If you are Capricorn or live with this energy, there's a good chance you feel the urge to plan, to organize, to fix what's broken, to hold everything together. And sometimes, you resent it. You wonder why no one else sees what you see. Why you're the one who must hold the structure when others take it for granted. Why you feel like a builder in a world that loves to destroy. But here's what you must know. You're not imagining the weight. It's real. You feel responsible because you were chosen to build. And while others may celebrate the fireworks, you'll be remembered for the foundation. You don't need recognition. You need endurance. Because what you're building may outlast your name, but it will carry your imprint in every brick, every rule, every legacy it holds. So if you feel unseen, keep building. If your vision takes years, trust the timeline. If others copy your work, let them. You're already on to the next structure. Because builders are not here to be popular. They are here to be permanent. This is the 5th ancient law. Capricorn creates the frameworks that the world forgets it needs until they disappear. And by the time others realize it, you've already designed the next age. Now, we move to the 6th and final law, the law of timeless patience. Because no great builder is complete without time. Are you ready? Ancient law number 6, the law of timeless patience. Time is not your enemy. It is your inheritance. To modern eyes, patience is often seen as weakness, a delay, a defect, something to be tolerated until success finally arrives. But the ancients understood something far deeper. They believed time itself was a living force, one that tested, shaped, and ultimately revealed the truth of all things. And they believed that some souls were not born to rush. They were born to wait until the world was ready. Capricorn is one of those souls. This is the 6th law, the law of timeless patience. It states, the longer it takes to bloom, the longer it lasts. Saturn, the planet that rules Capricorn, moves slowly through the sky. It is the slowest of the traditional planets. But it also governs the most important things: longevity, karma, structure, discipline, time itself. Capricorns are Saturn's children. And like Saturn, they are not here for fast beginnings. They are here for lasting endings. This is why the Capricorn path often feels like delay. Success seems to come late. Recognition takes decades. And while others race ahead, Capricorn moves, carefully. But this isn't failure. This is design. Because what Capricorn builds is not meant for a season. It's meant for generations. The ancients taught that the souls born under Saturn were keepers of time. And time is a master that rewards only those who understand its rhythm. Capricorn doesn't just wait. They endure. Through winters of the soul. Through cycles of scarcity. Through long nights where nothing blooms. And all the while, they are preparing. Sharpening. Learning how to stand alone. Learning how to hold power without being consumed by it. This is why Capricorn's success, when it finally comes, is different. It's not loud. It's not shallow. It's not temporary. It's earned. And because it is earned, it cannot be shaken. To the impatient, Capricorn may appear behind. But what they don't see is that Capricorn is building roots. Roots that can withstand any storm. Roots that no wind, no trend, no betrayal can rip out of the earth. Because when others are chasing fast fruit, Capricorn is planting forests. And now, the life lesson. Life lesson from law number 6. If you are Capricorn or feel like your journey is taking longer than it should, know this. You are not being denied. You are being prepared. The dream that keeps getting delayed, it's not dead. It's maturing. The recognition you haven't received, it's not lost. It's being saved for the moment you can carry it fully. Because what comes quickly often leaves quickly. But what is built slowly cannot be destroyed. Patience is not a flaw in your path. It is the very proof that your path is sacred. So if you've been wondering why others seem ahead, let them go. You are not late. You are on time for a different kind of life. One that doesn't burn out. One that doesn't fade. One that leaves something behind. This is the 6th ancient law. Capricorn waits, not because they're unsure, but because they've been chosen to build what time itself will protect. And now, with all 6 laws revealed, we are ready for the final understanding. In the next and closing section, we will uncover why these 6 laws don't just apply to Capricorn's personality, but to their very destiny etched across lifetimes. Are you ready to complete the journey? The final truth, why Capricorn cannot escape power or wealth, and what to do with it. You were not born to chase power. You were born to remember that it was always yours. Now that all 6 ancient laws have been revealed, something becomes clear. Capricorn's destiny was never built on personality traits. It was never about being responsible, or serious, or strategic. Those are just the outer garments of a much deeper truth. Capricorn is a cosmic role, a contract sealed with Saturn before birth. A soul who agreed to carry the weight that others would run from. A soul chosen to rise slowly, carry legacy, protect law, and build what others cannot. That's why no matter how many times a Capricorn tries to live a simple life, power finds them. Responsibility clings to them. Others expect them to lead even when they don't ask for it. Because the energy of Capricorn doesn't fit into small roles. It creates roles. This is what the ancients knew. That Capricorn would always be pulled toward wealth and power, not because of ego, but because of structure. The soul of Capricorn is drawn toward order, toward growth, toward elevation. And the universe responds with resources. Because wealth flows where there is integrity. And Capricorn, when they are aligned, become magnets for structure, trust, and abundance. But here's the part most people miss. This isn't about ambition. This isn't about wanting more. This is about what Capricorn does with what they're given. Because the final law is not about receiving power. It's about wielding it wisely. Capricorn has climbed. Capricorn has waited. Capricorn has built. Now, the question is, what will you build that lasts beyond you? That is the final truth. Because if you are Capricorn, or if Capricorn lives strongly in your birth chart, you have been chosen to hold what others will inherit. You are not just here to succeed. You are here to preserve what is sacred in a collapsing world. To create order in a time of chaos. To uphold wisdom when others chase distraction. To lead not because it feels good, but because it is right. And the moment you stop fighting this destiny, the moment you stop trying to fit in, is the moment everything unlocks. Your wealth, your impact, your inner peace. Because the most powerful Capricorns are not the ones who climb the highest. They're the ones who remember why they were climbing in the first place. This is not just your success. This is your service. And that service becomes your legacy. Now you understand. You were never behind. Never cursed. Never broken. You were simply being prepared. And now, the preparation is complete. The laws are known. The path is clear. What you build from here is entirely up to you. Final call to action. If this truth spoke to something deep in your soul, comment below. I was born for legacy. And now I remember. Share your birth date, your Capricorn placement, your vision. Let the others like you find their way home. And if you're ready to uncover the next ancient truth the stars are waiting to reveal, subscribe now to Zodiac Secrets Revealed. Because your destiny is only beginning to unfold. The mountain was never the end. It was the beginning of everything.